And there we go, with the first of these heats, of which there will be 8 in total. 7 of them swum in the next hour or so, and then the 8th of which will kick off our evening session tonight, 4:30, of course, as ever, here at Palms Forge. These swimmers tasked with setting the pace early in what is the 13-14 year age group. All these swimmers in the same category, and there'll be still quite a few to follow afterwards as well. So we have Wickham District's Daniel Cox in lane 1. In 2 from Killer Whales is Noah Jameson Neal. In 3 from Dulwich, Samuel Ridgely. In lane 4 from City of Salford, Max Adams. Joe Cooper of Team Ipswich lines up in lane number 5. In 6, leading proceedings from Southport is Henry Moore. Lane 7 is Dean Ahmed from Solihull. And in 8 from Middlesbrough is James Woods. Of course, this event, likewise to the women's 1500m freestyle yesterday, new to the British Summer Swimming Championships calendar, and that is down to the fact that, of course, these are events that have been introduced, shall I say, for Tokyo 2020. So it's only fair that we let our swimmers swimming on the national scale to aid their development in what is the most physically and mentally demanding of events. An important one as well, one where there are so many things that you can look at and fine-tune over such a long distance. As well over 800 metres, if there are any errors that begin to come into play, there is a long time as well to rectify them. These swimmers don't do this race often at all, so we will be looking at sizable PBs potentially over the course of these heats. Reminder as well that we have that competition on the hashtag SummerChamps18. It has been about making myself and Alan laugh and smile, or interested in any story that you may have about a swimmer, how they're here, faced a lot in order to be here at the Nationals, or just a funny story in general, or a funny picture, anything. It's open to all those here in Palms Forge. And the winner, of course, will get a signed Adam PT programme, which was signed just yesterday. So it's not just about making myself and Alan smile. You may have noticed Stephen Jameson putting a smile on everyone's face in the pre-show before our finals, and of course interviewing our swimmers as well over the course of the week. And he's alongside me now for these 800m freestyle heats. You only come for the big ones, don't you?
Yeah, well, it's interesting you say that, John. I'd probably say if there's anywhere that I'd like to be remembered, it'd be simply as the man who put a smile on the face of everyone that he met. And it's been a joyous, joyous week. Speaking to some of the swimmers down there after some fantastic events. I chat with quite a few brand new British record holders, as well as, of course, some brand new Summer Championships champions. Been a really good week. And yeah, it's been nice as well to hop on to commentary duties and relieve both Alan and Jonathan, who've been doing such a good job all week. I'm sure you'll all agree. It's a tough life, the life of a commentator. And it's a long, grueling week this for everyone involved. But we hope it's been enjoyable. I know for myself, speaking personally, it's been a lovely time. And someone else who's having a lovely time at the moment is Henry Moore from Southport. He's in lane 6. 250 metres to go in this one. He has the advantage. And it's by quite a bit as well. His PB was 9:09:36 coming into this, which didn't appear to be too groundbreaking, at least on paper, but goodness me, as he started well. The entry times into this were all very close together. Only really James Woods and Daniel Cox on the outside lanes a good way behind those seeded in the middle ones. But for sure, Henry Moore has really made this race his own. He's having a great swim. Set 9:09:36 in Liverpool in May in preparation for this competition. Just how much does he want to take off it? Can he take off it? That's the first question. 150 metres to go and a little bit of change. Here comes the third to last somersault turn. Expecting to see a fair few of these individuals in the open water events this weekend as well, down at Rother Valley over the next couple of days. I'll be there myself, keeping an eye out for some of these youngsters. So then, the bell tolls for Henry Moore, final 100 metres. He's on for a good time here, but he needs to kick on. 9:09, remember, is what he's looking to beat. In terms of ages, there are a fair few in his age category. All the swimmers in this race are of the same age category, 13, 14 years. What can Henry Moore do? What's going to be the standard set for the rest of these races? It's just maybe starting to fade a touch. The others are finishing strongly. Second place is lanes 5 and 7, Joe Cooper and Dean Ahmed from Team Ipswich and Solihull respectively. And Henry Moore here needs to dig deep and find that last 25 metres. The wall is getting ever closer. I think he'll just about be inside his personal best. He was on to be a little bit further inside, maybe just slowed in the final couple of 100 metres, but it's still a very, very good time. Does he break the 9-minute barrier? Yes, he does. Fantastic, Henry Moore. First time ever under 9 minutes. Absolutely brilliant from the young man from Southport. 8:58.87. Joe Cooper in second, 9:01.81. Dean Ahmed of Solihull third in 9:02.59. In fourth place was Samuel Ridgely. Saw him have a great race in the 1500 earlier on this week. He goes 9:04.89 in fourth place. Fifth was Max Adams from the city of Salford. And then James Woods came in just behind Noah Jameson-Neal, and coming in on the near side was Daniel Cox to complete the race. Confirmed result is up on the board. Heat 2. away we go then in heat number 2, boys 800m freestyle. We have no lane 8s in this one. Rest of the field are all there. In lane 0, got Thomas Defanes from Tigers in Jersey. In 1, Matthew Woodall from City of Sheffield. In 2, Isaac Dodds, who's another man from Tigers. Jack Gartside from Northampton goes in 3. Ethan Sutcliffe from the City of Leeds goes in lane 4. 5 is Samuel Tucker from Wickham District. In 6 is Adam Banks from Daventio XL. Patrick Meggett goes in lane 7 for the City of Hereford. And in lane 9 is St Felix Schools' Chester Leeming, who completes the lineup. And it's a great start for the Tigers Jersey lot. Lane 0 and 2, Thomas Defanes and Isaac Dodds have made a lovely start in the yellow hats. It's another yellow hat who's also leading the way. That's Ethan Sutcliffe from the City of Leeds. The rest are all doing everything they can to try and catch him. And he's leading them in towards the wall again.
Key tweets coming in, the hashtag SummerChamps18 says to Liverpool, saying they're the 14 to 16-year-old 100m freestyle girls in their relay, smashing their entry time and making the final. Big well done to them. Holly, Lottie, Jess and Louise. City of Oxford. And the hashtag These Girls Count, a performance by Evie, Sophia, Gretel and Delphi in the 4x100 free. Just finishing outside the top 10 and our first reserve for tonight's final, hashtag On Fire. York City also giving us an update on their progress today. Jason qualifying second into the 200 IM final. Another PB for him, and Molly within 0.5 seconds of her PB in the 50 back with 31.37, finishing 13th there. Neil McRae commenting on an incredible debut at the Summer Championships, youngest in 2 Open Senior Wonder Class finals with great PBs, Leo McRae. A great warm-up for the English Nationals, of course, which will be here at Palms Forge next week. I'm sure quite a few of you will be joining us for that, and we look forward to your company once again. Team Bath also giving an update on the relay team. Whoop whoop for them. 4x100 relay team qualifying in 7th. Tammy says good luck to Jacob Whittle. Go smash it. Jenny says good luck to Max Adams in the 800 free. And we look forward to seeing more and more of your tweets with even Joe in the last few minutes getting in touch saying watching the live stream supporting Chester Leeming. Swim fast, be awesome. I'm in lane 9 at the moment. And they'll stay in lane 9 as well, hopefully, for the remainder of the race. All about them yellow caps, isn't it? Ethan Sutcliffe was first the last time we touched on him. And he still is now as well, although he's just been slipped in front by 100th of a second there by Isaac Dodds. Behind the front 2, we've got 3. On the near side, Thomas Defanes of Tigers jersey. Lane 3, Jack Gartside, and then most advanced of them is Samuel Tucker in lane 5. I'd say that Isaac Dodds' arms are a bit brisker into the water than that, even Sutcliffe, but then Sutcliffe's giving a bit more with the kicks. Of course, each swim with their own style based on their own strength. In a minute, both of them pretty balanced out despite their differing approaches. 2:50 to go then, and still those two clear of third place Samuel Tucker. The gap between Tucker in third and Gartside in fourth on that latest split was 1.41. It's a similar margin as well that separates Gartside from Defanes. Not all these swimmers are swimming directly against one another. It's important to remember that. Of course, 13, 14-year-olds making up, as ever, most of the fabric of the earlier heats. Defanes in 0, Woodall 1, Dodds in 2, Tucker in 5, and Leeming in 9. They're in the 13, 14-year age group. And then 3 15-year-olds in there as well, with Gartside in 3, Sutcliffe 4, and Banks in 6.
So there are the bells then in this 800m freestyle heat number 2. Sutcliffe leads from lane number 2, which is Dodds. Those two heading down to see the number 1 on the lap counter. They will be relieved to know that when they make the next touch, they are potentially done for the day. Unless coach has other ideas, of course. At the touch then, 8:45, 47. 8:47, 46 for Dodds. Tucker in behind. In third position, Gartside coming in now. Sutcliffe, 8:45, 47 for Dodds. That is a personal best. And the last one just coming in, this is Chester Leeming on the far side. Here's the confirmed results. A couple of personal bests at the top of that. Here's heat 3. This is heat number 3 now. Ellis Stanhope of 7 Oaks in lane 0. Elijah Kendrick, Shivers, he's in lane 1. Thomas Davidson, Wolverhampton, he's in 2. Jack Muncy, Perth City goes in lane number 3. We've got nobody in lanes 4 or 5 here this afternoon. Thomas Owens of Barnes goes in 6. Leak Cav Callum Rushen in 7. Ben Penhale for Taunton Dean, he's in 8. American District's Thomas Sansom is our final swimmer in lane number 9.
certainly a unique look to the pool. Lanes 4 and 5 in it. If that will sway anything at all, into anything. 2 sets of 4 being segregated then by the golden lanes. And really, this sort of makes it a bit of an open race. Usually expect you lanes 4 and 5 to be the pace setter. Haven't got that here. So who else will step up to the plate? Thomas Owens of Barnes leaving behind the 3 in his half of the pool. And Stanhope in 0 trying to replicate that, but there seems to be a little bit more competition on this near side of the pool than the far right now. With Davidson in 2 and also Kendrick just behind him in 1.
Tweet from Joe a couple of moments ago. They were watching the live stream supporting Chester Leeming. Got your tweets that you're watching on the live stream. Keep us informed. Best luck to Ellis in the 800. That comes in from Joanna Percy. They're watching on the live stream and they are cheering on. Assuming that's Ellis Stanhope who's in lane 0. That's Joanna Percy watching on the live stream. And good luck to Timothy from Joe Wilson as well. If you haven't entered our venue competition, you've still got a bit of time. You are sat in the spectator seats right now and you want to win yourself a signed programme for this event by none other than Adam Peaty, then it's very simple to enter. All you need to do is send us a tweet or on Instagram a picture or a story that makes me and Jonathan smile or laugh or even cry, maybe about your swimmer, or just a picture of yourself up in the stand that makes us laugh. All you need to do is send that in via Twitter and Instagram using the hashtag SummerChamps18. That's a signed programme of this event and it's signed by none other than Adam Peaty. So get entering. You've got until the end of the 800 metres to enter our competition. We've been running it all morning. We're looking forward to the last few entries over the next hour or so.
We've just spotted the biggest fan of the week on the far side. That red one over there seems to be single-handedly blowing that Derwent side flag.
Look at the size of that fan.
And he's very impressive. We've got a rival one there as well, the white and black one. Hello to you. What an impressive range of fans.
There's a person behind him struggling to walk because of the breeze. Look at them looking behind them, as if that's real. Come on. My days.
It's almost as though we've got 2 separate races here with the 2 blocks of 4, and if we did, then Thomas Owens would have long won it by now. Really setting out a clear marker out there in front in lane 6. Thomas Davidson has seen himself manage to get the better of Kendrick and Stanhope to his right in lanes 1 and 0 respectively. Just to break it down here, as to exactly what each swimmer was trying to achieve. Well, the 13-14 year category only represented by Elijah Kendrick in lane 1. In terms of the 15 years, quite a few of those. Jack Muncie in 3, Ben Penhale in 8, and Thomas Sanson in 9. And then in the 16-year category, 3 of those: Stanhope 0, Davidson in 2, Russian in 7, Thomas Owens in 6, in the 19 years and over category. Improvements being made by Thomas Sansom in lane 9. That can't go unnoticed here. Was for a long time back with Ben Penhill in 8 and Callum Rushton in 7, but he's disposed of those. Still quite a bit away from our leader Thomas Owens, but really everyone is apart from Thomas Davidson in lane 2. Davidson got a bit of momentum here. Is there a late sting in the tail? There goes the bell then for Thomas Owens, the oldest in the pool. He'll have a lot of swimmers in his age category coming up after him. So important that he is strong in this swim. His entry time 8:54.26. He looks set to beat that if he can continue in the same sort of vein as his previous 700 metres. Most of the bells now ringing in unison. Thomas Sansom still on the comeback trail in lane 9. He's still looking good to get in the top 3. Owen surely is going to be the top 1 here. The lead smaller now though than it has been for around 300 metres, and that is credit to Thomas Davidson in lane 2. The Wolverhampton swimmer who has gone at this very strongly indeed. He's closer to Owens in first than he is to Kendrick in 3rd. And that is how your top 3 looks as though it's going to stay. Certainly Owens first then, 8:43.9, big improvement for him. Almost 9 seconds there off of the entry. Thomas Davidson second on 8:46.38. Kendrick coming out on top of Sansom with a time of 8:51.24. Less than 2 seconds behind was Sansom there on 8:53.19. Jack Munsey makes it so that the top 5 are all under 9 minutes. All of our swimmers have now touched to the wall. Confirmation of those results up on the scoreboard. We are good to go with heat number 4. Heat 4 of 7. As I say, there will be an 8th one coming up, but that will not be until 4:30 in our final session. So we'll leave that to the back of our minds for now. Here is heat number 4 then. Lane 0 from Thanet Swim is Charlie Langford. 1 from Warrender is Liam McLaughlin. 2 from Nova Centurion is Joseph Kingsland. Daniel Donovan of Guildford City is in lane 3. In 4, Northampton's Jeff and Penny. 5 is his teammate, Samuel Blackett. 6 from Stockport Metro, Joseph Dayan. Oliver Duckworth of Grimsby is in lane 7. In 8 from Witham Dolphins, Joshua Fowles. And in 9 from Basildon and Phoenix is Lewis Binning. Fascinating to see how flat the lineup is at the moment. Almost one straight line. It's very intriguing indeed, particularly when you contrast with the strange formation of the previous heat. And the 2 lots of 4, everyone unified this time around. In the way, Charlie Langford has had it swim in lane 0, and that tells me that those in the middle are just saving up the fuel in the tank for the latter stages of the race, building up slowly towards the tornado coming from their feet as they kick hard and really dig in with the hands to claw their way towards success. There seems to be too much rush going on at the moment. All the strokes seem to be very smooth and rhythmic, consistent. Langford is still the man at the moment, but right next to him is Liam McLaughlin of Orenda. Without a swim cap on, don't think that's going to change between now and the end of the race. No time for pit stops. Good last 50 lap from Daniel Donovan of Guildford City, our new leader. With Langford second, McLaughlin third, we look to lane 5 for Samuel Blackett in 4th. Some interesting battles to look out for here with quite a lot of 15-year-old swimmers in it. Langford in 0, Kingsland in 2, Donovan 3, Penny 4. And then we have Dayan in 6, Binning in 9. But in particular, Langford, Kingsland, Donovan and Penny, all situated between lane 0 and 4, are really going to be scrapping this one out as we get further and further into this contest. We are approaching the 500-metre mark, well over halfway, and tables beginning to turn. Langford is still swimming strong, but getting it together in lane 5. Samuel Blackett of Northampton is beginning to, and he's pulling Joseph Dayan of Stockport Metro, whether he likes it or not, with him in lane 6. Intensity also beginning to rise on Paul's side as well. And it won't be long before some of them parents on the far side who are doing their best at the moment to stay in their seats will just be unable to resist the temptation of jumping out of them and waving their arms furiously forwards. Blackett now in front. And his time coming into this 8:45.75. Interestingly as well, the 15-year-old swimmers, there is only one swimmer left to come after this. That's Edward Mildred in heat 6. So this could be a battle for at least a medal, maybe even the gold here between Langford in 0, Kingsland in 2, Donovan in 3, and Penny in 4. Joseph Daines in that in lane 6. Can Lewis Bidding also add himself to that in lane 9? So the bell's going to sound soon, and we're going to have a real chase on our hands. Leading out of the 15-year-olds is Daniel Donovan in lane 3 of Guildford, with Langford behind him. And Dayan in 3rd out of the 15-year-olds. But we'll come back to that towards the end of the race. Quite a few permutations, of course, as there always is in these sort of long-distance events, because it's the only chance these swimmers are going to swim it. There is no final in this. It's a race against the clock. And then you see where it puts you up against those in your age category. Blackett turning first then. Bit of responsibility on his shoulders to bring this one home and set the pace for the remaining 19-year and over swimmers. Some very interesting hand movements coming from the far side, but I'm sure the swimmers are completely aware of what they mean. Lane 3, Daniel Donovan still in front out of the 15-year-old swimmers here. It's going to be an important last 50 metres for him after he turns from this wall. He is 2nd overall, but of course, those in his age category he's trying to beat, and he's doing so successfully. And the gap is beginning to grow because Langford's dropped to 5th overall, 3rd out of the 15-year-olds. Dayan now in 4th. Has Dayan in lane 6 got enough to catch Daniel Donovan in lane 3? I doubt it here. So Donovan is going to surely get at least a silver. We will not know that until later on, but he's done all he can. Sam Blackett, 8:34, 8:3, a really good swim from him. Some astonishingly good PBs being hit there. Blackett absolutely destroying his previous one, 8:34, 8:3. Big improvement certainly on the entry. Daniel Donovan 2nd, Liam McLaughlin in 3rd position. And those swimmers certainly owing themselves a very good rest indeed. So all 10 of our swimmers have come in. We'll have a look now where they lined up against each other as we go on to heat number 5.
Lane 0 for Beckenham is Timothy Leber. 1 is Daniel Johnson, Royal Wolverhampton School. 2 is Miles Turner of West Suffolk. Wolverhampton's Archie Plowman is in 3. 4 we have City of Milton Keynes Marcus Johnson. 5 Benjamin Prosser, Wickham District. 6 his teammates Joshua Williams, also from Wickham District. Tewkesbury's Adam Hall in 7. Jackson O'Rourke of Northampton in 8. Ross Philp of Staines goes in lane number 9. It's your full lineup as we make a start in heat 5. 7 of those heats here this afternoon. And we'll begin the evening session with the fastest heats. That'll be heat number 8, of course. In terms of personal bests and entry times, the best entry time into this one for Marcus Johnson, 8:39.16. Is 8:39.16 is his personal best. That was done in May of this year in Wickham. A lot of people dressed in pink have just walked into the swimming pool area. How very, very random. And they're back out again.
Hatfield fans?
Either Hatfield fans or completely arrived at the wrong place. I'm going for the latter. Thank you to the security team there. I think a hen party just turned up. They heard there was a lot to drink here and got it completely wrong. Alongside Prosser and Johnson, who are down in 10th and 6th at the moment. We've got Daniel Johnson on the near side, Royal Wolverhampton School. His personal best is 8:41.12. Another, he's done it quite recently. That was in Plymouth in May. Archie Plummet is doing the job at the moment.
You get in touch on the hashtag Summer Champs 18. Lenker says amazing swimming by Nathan Holmes from Preston, qualifying for the 50-free final in the 13 to 14 year category. We're really proud of you. We'll be cheering you on tonight, all your swimming pals here in Preston. Special shout out from your biggest fan, Baby Ellie. And there's a very cute baby picture indeed there on the hashtag. Thank you very much for that, Lenker. Seven Oaks say lovely swim by Ellis Stanhope for his 800 free, nearly on his PB. Respect to all of our 800-metre freestyle swimmers, of course, and to our officials as ever as well for cutting short their lunchtime in order to be here and officiate this big session indeed. Very well done to Max G, who has made the 50-metre freestyle final this afternoon. A picture of him of the previous title, it looks like, around his neck as well. Gordon just says, go Tom, go. And on in heat 3, and boy did he go, winning that heat very strongly indeed. So do keep those tweets coming, should I say. Of course, that competition still running for the signed Adam PT programme. Entrance slightly beginning to dry up a wee bit. Do make sure you get in touch on Summer Champs 18. It's got to go to someone. We've got a few strong contenders already. And there's a lot of people in here who know they haven't already entered. I'm sure they'll know at least one or two people that would greatly appreciate a signed programme from Adam PT, so do make sure you get involved. It doesn't have to be a picture if you don't want it to be, just a story that will interest myself and Alan, put a smile on our face, that we can read out. Every swimmer, every parent, every coach has at least one story of any type that they are able to share on the hashtag Summer Champs 18. Alan telling me to remind you to keep it clean. We trust these people, Alan, come on. Into the final 200 metres, leading the way, Archie Plowman of Northampton. A team who we have spoken very highly of this week. And of course, over the course of the next day and a half, we will be bringing you information of the most improved clubs here in these British Championships. And Northampton could be up there. I have to say, I've not seen a leaderboard myself. That's purely speculation. Northampton have had a very successful week indeed. Just to run you through permutations of this, the 16-year-old swimmers, 2 on the near side in 0 and 1, 2 on the far side in 8 and 9, and 1 somewhere sort of in the middle with Josh Williams in lane 6. Then the 17-18 year category, Miles Turner in 2, Plowman in 3, he's going to hear the bell very soon. Benjamin Prosser in 5, and Adam Hall in 7. Then the 19-year and over swimmer, only one of them, Marcus Johnson in lane 4. Right then, here we go. Into the final 100, Archie Plowman is not letting up this lead, but there's some strong kicks coming courtesy of the feet of Joshua Williams of Wickham District in lane 6. A lot of white being emitted from his feet there as he's coming forwards. It's more of a fluttering of kicks from Plowman, not as consistent as Williams, but that doesn't matter. It's what's the most efficient way of doing it, and Plowman over the course of the previous 750 has been the most efficient of them. Has Williams got anything left to give here, despite his best attempts? 2 of them not in the same category, but a good incentive for Williams to push on and get a quicker time as he possibly can. Of course, Archie Plowman is well aware of the number of 17, 18-year-old swimmers coming up, and he's also aware of his PB as well, that he'll be wanting to split quite a bit, and he looks as if he'll do that. 8:30.05, a strong round of applause from his coaches on the far side. Also coming in, Joshua Williams in second on 8:31.69. Daniel Johnson doing really well for Royal Wolverhampton there to get up to 3rd spot, because Marcus Johnson was very close at some points to doing that. Not ultimately though. 8:33.45 for Daniel Johnson. Williams second, Plowman in first. Confirmation of heat 5. Up next is heat 6. It's the penultimate heat for now in this men's 800m freestyle. Reminder that in just over 2 hours' time, 4:30, we'll be back with the final heat, heat number 8 for this evening session. In 0 here from City of Leeds is Jacob Butterfield. In 1 from City of Salford is Scott Proven. Edward Mildred of Northampton is in lane 2.
Liam Snook of Northampton in 3, Max Jelfs of Hatfield in 4, William Ferguson of West Lothian in 5, Thomas Beamer, City of Leicester in 6, Alexander Headlock. George Barber in 8. And then it's Henry Pearce, City of Peterborough in 9.
Edward Mildred in lane 2 is the last of the 15-year-old swimmers to go here. And of course it was so Mildred here really could stake a claim for that 15-year-old title. No one left in his way. He knows from heat 4 what time he's got to beat. And he is well capable. He's currently level with Liam Snook, his teammate. And also Henry Pearce on the far side from City of Peterborough. Overall leader though, George Barber of Royal Wolverhampton in lane 8. 3 16-year-old swimmers in the pool. They are on the far side. Thomas Beamer in 6, Alexander Hindle in 7, Henry Pearce in 9. So that's their own little battle going on there. 17-18 year category is the prominent part of this fixture. And Butterfield in 0, Proven in 1. Jelfs down the middle with Ferguson, and also Barber in 8. Liam Snook is in the 19-year and over category, and he goes alone in that respect. So him and his teammate Edward Mildred really just swimming their own individual race. And at the moment they're happy to pull each other along. Whether that's intentional or not, that is what is happening at the moment. That's why Mildred is 2nd, Snook in 3rd, but still those two behind George Barber, our pace setter, the Royal Wolverhampton man.
Barber has a personal best 8:29.47 done in June at Tollcross. The lady with the big massive red fan also showing some good stamina, still going. Barber doing well. Going to shave time from that personal best at 8:29.47. Here in 2, Edward Mildred, another we've seen quite a lot in action this week. Mildred of Northampton. His personal best done in January of this year, so 8:37.11. You don't get another go at this, obviously, and they'll be very thankful as well. So you often see big changes to the personal bests for these events. Obviously, it's not a standard event for the boys to swim. An Olympic event, anyway. So Barber away from Mildred, who's leading Hindle slightly. Henry Pearce in 4th position, closest to the spectator side. Again, Barber's personal best, 8:29. He's going to be inside it. And that has cut his personal best quite dramatically. 8:21.56. Good stuff from Barber. Hindle 8:27.75. Hindle's was 8:37, so that's a near 10-second PB. With Mildred in third position, his was 8:37, so he's knocked a chunk off his as well. Just wait for those confirmed results. And there they are, Barber, Hindle and Mildred. That's the top three. And we are ready for our final heat of this session, heat number 7.
And off we go with heat number 7, the final one for now, as we said. Before the final session, where the 8th heat will round this off. So a bit of a nervous wait for these swimmers between now and then, because they won't be fully sure as to exactly what their time means in terms of medals and placings until that race is completed in just over 2 hours' time. So no medals will be decided in this. However, they could be potentially won. In lane 0 from City of Peterborough is Miles Robinson Young. In 1 from City of Salford, Ewan Wilson. Now lane 2 in this heat. In 3 from Royal Wolverhampton is Casey Barrett. In 4 is City of Leicester's Charlie Poole. Hector Pardo of Ellesmere College Titans is in lane number 5. John Wright of Aberdeen in 6. Harley Beeches of Wigan Best in 7. From Newcastle in 8 is Kieran Thomas. And in 9 from City of Manchester Aquatics is Bailey Hairside. So in the heat that's coming up later on, there will be 4 in the 19 years and over category, 5 in the 17 and 18 year category, but just the 1 in the 16 year category. And so 3 swimmers in this that are in that age group: Miles Robinson Young in 0, Ewan Wilson in 1, and Kieran Thomas in 8. Have a really realistic shot here of securing a medal. But if William Bell in the final heat swims like he can, then one of them will miss out. And of course, factoring in our previous 16-year-old times as well. So it makes it really engaging, this. If they can swim anything like a PB suggests they can. And they're in with a very good shout of at least 2 of them getting a medal, but long way to go.
Some quite clear shouts have come on Harley. That'll be the lady on the front row then. Gives me a chance to test whether I've been saying this name correctly for the last however many years. Harley Beaches. Are we there? Is that good? Have I got that? Yeah, thank you. That's good. See, all the time I've been thinking I was getting that wrong. Apparently I was getting it right. There you are. So, he's in second position. Is Harley Beaches of Wigan. Turning here in 4 is Charlie Poole. I can say that one, that's fine. City of Leicester, 5:45.39 at the turn. Beaches in second, 5:47.20. Harley's PB belongs at 8:34.14. He did that in Liverpool in May of this year. It'll be about improving on those times. As for Charlie Poole, City of Leicester, his personal best is an 8:27.19 done in Loughborough in May of this year as well. Hector Pardo of Ellesmere is joining the party. He's now up into second position. Coming strongly is John Wright in lane number 6. And also on this near side, Miles Robinson-Young of City of Peterborough putting in a shift. This is our final heat of these 800s in this session. We will have the fastest heat at the beginning of our evening session. Here they come then. The bells are about to ring out here inside Ponds Forge. The only thing these swimmers will hear now is that bell, the delightful sound. Poole leads from Pardo, from Robinson-Young, from Beaches, from Wright, from Thomas. Front 5, all fairly close, and Pardo is really starting to challenge Poole here. Pardo's PB is 8:28.43. Poole, Pardo, Robinson-Young, Beaches, Wright. First and second might change, third and fourth might change. The rest, I think the race is run, but in the middle, Poole coming up towards the touch. That personal best, 8:27.19, that's gone. Pardo, that's gone, another personal best there. Robinson-Young, looks like a PB as well for him. Beaches 8:24, and it's a 10-second personal best, just under 10 seconds for Harley Beaches there of Wigan. So he gets the thumbs up. And the final swimmers coming in here, that's Wilson from Salford, but it's Poole in a time of 8:20.12, Pardo in 8:21.17, Miles Robinson-Young comes in third position, 8:23.31, and we are done.
So we'll be back then for 4:30, which will be the start of the final session tonight. Make sure you come around 10 or 15 minutes just before that, going to get your seat and enjoy our pre-show before the finals begin. As ever, we thank our swimmers and coaches, officials, Alan for being with me as well, and of course those who have stayed over and delayed their lunch break in order to watch and support.